The downside, I guess, to this Bristleback is that their team fight is a little bit lacking in comparison to what Aurora have got. Like, you've got Terrorize, Mag Ulti, Song of the Siren as well. On the other side, it's more skirmishy.
So we might be here for a while in terms of first blood, but I say that, but there's 3 heroes bottom, and kind of what we said, Ame ends up dead. That's how you make first blood happen. You just kind of talk about it, and then eventually it will happen. And now Mira's actually in a lot of trouble.
Oh, look at Poloson.
Avoiding the brambles. Oh, he walked into them, and now Mira, still the Arcane Curse on him, and that will be a kill.
Ooh, was out of the range to get that +1. I think you watched too much.
Winnie the Pooh?
Yeah, Winnie the Pooh, Yogi Bear, and Boo Boo. Poloson, again, he's stuck. He needs to go through the brambles. These brambles are really nicely placed by Mira.
They're moving around the map a lot. Aurora have shown up in all 3 lanes all of a sudden, and they're going to try and get Panto at least some retribution here for XM, but this isn't exactly the easiest target to kill, and under the tier 2 tower, things get a little bit dicey, but XM able to finish off this Naga Siren.
They caught him with his Pantos down.
This troll, if it's in the face of the silencer. You want Poloson to get to level 6 as quickly as he can. You'd love to have him get that global silence. But for right now, they'll look to use that last word, and they don't have anything to stop this TP out.
They thought they can get him. Even without BKB, this guy just TPs out.
Now Mira, who TP'd in, all of a sudden in a little bit of a precarious position. XXS will have the chase, and that will be a kill there, as well as a +1 for Poloson. Panto and Kiyotaka coming from behind, and they might have been ready for them staying. The reel into the toss. They've also got that avalanche. Nightfall goes immediately after Poloson, who's only level 4, so there was no global silence threat ever. But that does leave Kiyotaka very vulnerable. They get the kill to the Tiny, and that's well worth the trade for the side of Xtreme. Yeah, a lot of extra gold on the map for him. 11 stacks made by the Naga Siren.
That's the power of the hero. This is something that I thought Nature's Prophet's gonna be good at, but then we've changed the facet, so you need to use the Sprout. And there it is, go crazy!
They're gonna go and echo Sprout, but man.
He gets him. 5 heroes, actually. Because I want to go back to my point about Nature's Prophet being the guy who can stack. He wasn't as popular because we were playing it with the Greater Treant.
Ooh, global, but
global silence.
Not in time for the Shadow
He's
Realm.
ready with a stun.
They'll look for the Terrorize.
That was nicely done.
Avalanche toss combo, and there's gonna at least be a trade. XM, though, half his health, a little bit of mana to work with. He'll ball lightning away from the side of Aurora. Really well done there by Kiyotaka. Gets him grouped up.
They were on the same page.
Avalanche
Toss back,
too.
Terrorize on top of himself.
Who still
going
finds
in.
XM.
We'll get another one. This should reveal the ward, but this is a pretty big kill.
Available for purchasing. One more creep for Ame, so he's really going to start to hit a mark. But a ball lightning in, they'll look for Nightfall. Global silence comes through, but where's the follow-up afterwards? They've already used this global. These heroes are starting to rotate. Now you need to get XXS out. But the Avalanche into the toss, throwing him over to Nightfall, trying to turn his back. They'll look for the Terrorize. That lands onto the Bristle. Now the Bedlam right in front of him, taking some decent damage, but surviving for a while, at least for now.
Nightfall
needs to be netted up, and they'll look over as Toronto, Tokyo, as well as Kiyotaka combine to try and get a kill here on a Jinkyu. They'll use this song, and still, they are yet to kill XXS. But he is isolated away from the team. We'll see if there's anything that can help him. Now
Turn him around. It's the only way.
Finally, they kill XXS. XM on the run. Kiyotaka doesn't have a lot more mana to work with, but it did take a whole village to really get a kill into the Bristleback.
Yeah, the finest creation. This hero has been good for the last year or so. It's been pretty much in the first phase throughout the last year. And Kiyotaka's in again.
XM, he's going to get caught, skewered to the side, and dead. Toronto, Tokyo getting that kill. The Pendulum on a Poloson, they are deep inside this area as the Echo Slam drops down, but they just don't have the damage.
It's level 1 Aftershock, so you don't have that extra bit of a damage that you would definitely like to get that kill. No Fissure.
And they show that XXS can survive.
I think you buy Shard on Earthshaker. I don't think you have enough gold. Like, you need to be able to fight just now. So he is bringing that on the courier. There's that global silence.
But they got to get something with this, and they don't have anything just yet. But the Vortex, and now the Bristle is here. The Avalanche, as well as the toss. Eventually, Kiyotaka is going to die. I don't think that was good, but
It was fast, though.
it was fast. I got you next time. XM, Vortex, good fissure. Blocks him out from going back towards Panto, but the Avalanche now, he's going to be able to isolate the Bristle by tossing him over to the rest of his team. So now XXS under the tower, they've got the ult. XXS starting to get chipped down here. Terrorize lands onto two of these heroes. They can't help. Ame's here, but he's already popped that ult. The BKB came out from Nightfall. Yule's up from Kiyotaka on XM, but the fissure now down onto three of these heroes. They go to the song, and they can reset again. Sipping on that bottle, hoping that Avalanche is going to be available. It was on 5-second cooldown, but they've got the skewer. XM, the blink sticking with him. The toss.
He's coming.
From a distance, he hits the three. Bang! Hits it.
Kiyotaka didn't have his avalanche, didn't have his toss, so they needed to figure out how to play this one out. Catches him. It looked like he went through him, and then Kiyotaka. Such an amazing play.
Getting the toss from about half court. I mean, that was...
We said that this combo with Magnus and Tiny is going to be very good if you're defending, but they are playing aggressive. Ame's in. Yule Scepter.
He's really in. They're looking for the Terrorize, lands onto two. Global Silence just not in time, and Ame's gonna lose that Aegis. Nightfall doesn't really, oh God.
Echo, he's coming in.
Fissure, Jesus. That hit all five, and now they've got the RP, but they've already lost Ame as well as XM. They're still gonna look for the damage. That fissure
doesn't need Nullifier, especially if he goes for Aghanim Scepter, so that's gonna be removed. And looking at the levels, Nightfall is level 18, didn't die a single time. XM, no BKB ready for a second, and this is the combo that we also mentioned.
So good right now.
Absolutely.
Nightfall, Horn Toss again. This is how it started last time. Them trying to go for XXS. They will have the Cursed Crown. They'll go in. The Echo Slam lands on three with the fissure. Mira's dead. Immediate buyback. They'll look for Toronto, Tokyo. But there's the RP. It's expended early. They go to the ult from Nightfall. They've got the root and the kill onto XM. Avalanche onto two. They'll toss up Jinkyu. Throw him on a Pelosi. The fissure lands onto two once more. But XM, he's going to commit that buyback. Ame going forward, looking over at Nightfall. They'll use that song. It's going to lock down XM, who just bought back.
He's inside the bramble.
The right clicks coming in from Nightfall onto Ame. They'll get the kill. They'll take out the Ursa. He's going to buy back. Pelosi in trouble. He falls too, but they have found themselves XM, who already bought back in the fight. He's going to be dead for 80 seconds. And XXS, through all this, is surviving, but he's just not outputting the damage. They've got him surrounded. The fissure lands once again. They've got the control. Toronto, Tokyo will land that skewer. Panto gets the kill. And it's falling apart for Xtreme Gaming because this is extreme losses at the hands of Aurora.
Oh man, this just might be it. If they lose another fight, they're not going to be having buybacks on Ursa. Storm just bought back, died again.
Gotta find the right jump. Down 15,000 net worth, but Kiyotaka goes in. Blink, toss with the Avalanche. They've got the Horn toss. There's another big Echo, but it's just not enough. They fall short again. Global Silence, but the song is used. It locks up XM and XXS, and they will all drop.
Yeah, that just might be
no way for XXS to get out of this.
They're going for the throne.
Yeah, they want more. They want Ame. They'll already call GG. Aurora, they're going to secure game number 1 in this BO3 against Xtreme.
What a beautiful spellcasting from Aurora throughout the whole game. These avalanche tosses, terrorizes. Also, in the previous fight when Storm Spirit bought back, they were ready. Bramble Maze during the sleep, so he respawns in the Bramble immediately, gets terrorized.
Naga reel in.
Exactly, Naga reel in, Vent Swap, Batrider. We see a lot of Magnus. We're seeing a lot of Tiny as well. It's all about getting the right place to take that fight in, and Magic Wand, like you're low HP early on.
So what were the examples, T, that you were citing about what makes Terrorblade a reasonable matchup against them?
Yeah, it all depends on where the Stormhammer goes, right? If they can get a Stormhammer out, Nightfall's actually very far away. Wasn't able to get a stun out there, and that left Panto very vulnerable.
be like level 5 and a half ideal in a losing lane, and then you can try to go to the jungle and try to catch up. Fortunately for him, Sven is the guy that
Fatal Bonds.
can easily recover, but there's the Fatal Bonds, there's the Shadow Ward and Blood Grenade.
Trying for the Starbreaker, but doesn't get a chance to go off with the Stormhammer stopping it. Mira's in and has shards, but they're off the mark. Ends up meaning that XXS thinks about turning around. He's got the Shadow Word, so he'll have some heal here, but there's the Snowball going on to XXS, and he's still alive. They have Inkswell, and now they might be able to turn this on to Panto. They didn't get this Sven, but they are going to look for Panto now, slowed up thanks to the upheaval, and this will be another kill for the side of Xtreme, making it 4-0 just 6 minutes into the game. Is that Naga Siren that just had huge numbers in the last one? What was it, like 20 stacks alone? Something crazy for
It was like
Naga
15
Siren.
stacks. 12 minutes into the game, Kiyotaka with that amplified damage, this is exactly what they need.
Easy
Gotta
double
go
kill.
for these moves. And this is a bit of a newer build. I mean, people did it before, but it wasn't as popular because Mage Slayer was that good of an item. In this game, there is good amount of magic damage. XXS thinking about maybe going in, but yeah, Blade Mail. This is a bit of a new trend on Ember Spirit. He's not done.
Another kill? XM, he's dead too. Kiyotaka
XM.
just gets 3 kills all of a sudden, and he's popping off. Now,
You gotta get the bad ones out of the system
I
immediately.
guess, yeah, but this early one could have been a big game changer.
Maybe if they can steal some of the stacks. Polosun
Look at all
is cutting it out, but look at Kiyotaka again.
Solar Guardian. Kiyotaka pulled into the snowball, and they're going to go into Pelosi and try to get the kill to the Warlock. They've got the shards around him. They get the kill to Mira, though. Pelosi survives. Now they look over for Nightfall, but there's the net. The Stormhammer, ooh, a little bit
Boglet.
of a boglet body block. Just farm the boglets. Kiyotaka's in again. He feels really strong. Good avoidance of the Starbreaker. Soulbind comes in, though. XXS still dead. Panto's here, and they're going to run. They are going to chase Pelosin, and that will be a +1 that will go the way of Kiyotaka now on a mega kill streak. Nightfall
They're not
here.
done.
Stormhammer remnant forward, and they are not stopping. Kiyotaka wants another kill, but GQ survives for a second longer. Kiyotaka slowed up, and now this Gripstroke's still alive. Inkswell looking for it, jumps back, but they can't get the lockdown to get the kill here onto this Ember.
Their spell usage has been really good so far on Aurora. Game number 1, game number 2, Snowball. Prepare for a lesson. For a good reason. There was Orchid on Storm Spirit, but this Fuel Scepter.
This could be
Let's see
good.
what they could get from this one. Nice song from Panto, resetting it immediately, killing both of them.
Soulbind will run out. Phantom's Embrace as well. And now you've got the God Strength Nightfall thinking about coming in. They've got the upheaval, but they've got the lockdown onto XM. They'll get that kill and look for XXS, who pops the Blade Mail, but he's stuck between him and the shards and the side of Aurora. Nightfall getting that one. Toronto Tokyo takes out Pelosin, and now they'll look for anything more that they can get. Grimstroke potentially an objective here that they can dive the tower for.
He
and
has
they
no
will.
mana.
The Stormhammer comes through. Nightfall still has this God Strength. The shards are on point, and they've got themselves 4 kills here, as it's now 9-7 in favor of Aurora.
To get the information on the map, but 12 camps, 18 minutes in.
Not bad. Walrus Punch into a Stormhammer. Chaotic Offering a little bit too late, so this will probably turn into a second. They don't have shards, but they can find him. Ooh. They might have had Brislow just pushing. He's only 1-0-2. Walrus Punch, Snowball, then the Stormhammer. This is what we talked about. XM just dispatched.
They've been controlling, like, this is something that Storm Spirit wants to do. Like, he doesn't want to get his runes stolen. Toronto Tokyo is like, yo guys, what up?
I've had all this time to farm. Can you guys even kill me? Soulmind, but it doesn't attach onto anybody. It's not going to matter. This song's a little bit late. Panto, Song on Ame, on the XM, on the Jingq. Double shot, killing off Pelosin. Could change his name to Nail because he got Storm hammered all the way into the ground. They'll look for Mira. They should be able to get this one, and they've got 3 kills on Xtreme, so they show some life.
I thought Bristol's gonna be fine there with the song, but it did come in slightly too late. Kiyotaka still thinking
wants
about
in.
going in.
Oh,
Man.
jeez!
Those crits.
Nightfall! absolute man. I mean, this would even just be the Aegis if they get this. Nightfall still was doing damage. No God Strength anymore. Ame with the Sunder. Can he get Nightfall? Kiyotaka's right behind him, but the blink away. Ame never had a shot.
He did indeed go for the raw physical damage. Did get that Daedalus. And they decided to go in one more time because not sure who was calling this shot. And speaking of calling the shot, they are calling the shots that may potentially go in. Nightfall.
Nightfall. Oh, they might get him this time. They will. Oh, so much gold. He was worth 2,000. And now they've got the silence out of Kiyotaka. He doesn't have an Aegis this time, and he doesn't have a Sven to continue to throw these Storm Hammers out. Sleight of Fist, Searing Chains. A Celestial Hammer thrown their way. Ame almost feeling like he's baiting them in a little bit.
Ame has 100 move speed, has Sunder ready. They need to fight around Ame. He needs to be the turret. He needs to be the one dealing the damage. Oh, that was a nice play. Nice try.
Tries to get the Sunder, but now the Walrus Punch into the Snowball. Ame, you don't have Sunder anymore, but you do have the damage. The Song, though. What can they line this up with? Kiyotaka ready.
Searing Chains could be on to 4 of them.
Yeah, it is. It's on to everybody. Look at XM, Ame, XXS, Kiyotaka tipped by Nightfall. He's spectating this fight, but he is enjoying it as well as he just sees his Ember Spirit ripping through the side of Xtreme Gaming. This is going to be a full team wipe and a triple kill for Kiyotaka.
What I love about Kiyotaka is if you are watching him on camera, he has 0 emotions. Nothing. He's like, yeah, it's just another day in the office.
That's what we've been in the entire time.
Yeah, that's just how he looks 100% of the time, 24/7.
And we take another look at Kiyotaka, and it is just that he has not changed the entire time. But you know what has changed XM's life? 2-shot again, Nightfall, God Strength, just ripping through these heroes. I mean, man, this non-stop. Maybe they're just waiting to position themselves for Roche, but the smoke from Aurora, they kind of know. Toronto Tokyo is going to move forward. Ball Lightning looking at the back lines, trying to go with the BKB and get this kill on Amira, but now they'll look over at Toronto Tokyo. The Song is in. The lockdown is there, and Kiyotaka and Nightfall are setting up. Soul Mine comes through, but are they going to have it up? They go to the Chaotic Offering. They've got the Fatal Bonds, but do they have the damage?
Nightfall's dying.
Looking over at Nightfall, they've got themselves the Solar Guardian. Down goes Nightfall. No more Sven, but the big bad boss on the side of Aurora is Kiyotaka. They do not have buyback on Sven, but XM looking for the Ball Lightning, looking for a Vortex to hold in Kiyotaka. Down goes Panto, but the damage is too much. XM's dead. Walrus Punch is there, and now Ame with the Sunder. Kiyotaka getting low again. They're going to go to XXS, but he is going through everybody. You cannot stop this man. They will clean up once more. Xtreme Gaming wiped for the 2nd time in a row.
GG.
They called GG. Aurora secure the 2-0 over Xtreme Gaming.
Yaki, he is way too strong. Like having the Flame Guard, having Blade Mail, having all of these things on top of him, Gale Guard, he is just not dying. Didn't die a single time in this game.
And you're expecting him to pop off.
Sure.
When he has information, he is one of the strongest mid laners from Eastern Europe. But when you're picking him blind, he can look like the